Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It's about 12:30 Sunday morning, the 21st of November, 2021. I'm over here at Pandemonium Palace, which is the quiet palace at the moment. It's currently 64 degrees Fahrenheit outside here in Jacksonville, Florida. Humidity's at 90%. It's very chilly if you step outside. 18 degrees Celsius. So, I don't know if this is going to be a thing. It may be a little easier on the weekends for me to do a late night because I'm always up late at night. More so than a coffee with Doc. I don't know. Kind of like doing the coffee with Doc as well, but we'll have to see. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new pair of glasses. These are so scratched up. Anyway, so what's been going on? Not a whole lot, really. If you saw my curveball casserole video from earlier today, or well, early yesterday, late yesterday, sometime yesterday, that's about the way things go. You're expecting to do one thing and you end up doing something else. So I actually had a meal planned for later today, but without the, I'm missing two of the G-brats. Even with the little girl next door, they don't eat a whole lot. The three little ones don't eat a whole lot. So, but the oldest one does. I left about a half a casserole and said, dinner's ready. Go ahead and eat. And he just pulled the whole casserole dish out and started chowing down and finished it up. Granted, he's like 6'3", 6'4", I don't know, 6'2". He's taller than I am. He's about that wide, He's a big boy. So I guess when he chows down, he's going to chow down, right? But anyway, I had a couple of ideas for tomorrow or for later today. But then I saw a thing by Wolf Pit that I kind of liked. I'm not sure. It uses mashed potatoes. I'm not a fan of mashed potatoes. But it could be. It could be. So we'll just see what happens tomorrow, how the day goes. I've got a couple of variations in mind for it. But again, it just depends on how things go tomorrow. How chilly it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer out tomorrow and maybe not as windy. So depending on how the day goes, I may actually get outside a little bit more than today. I got outside and walked around a little bit. I didn't really do a whole lot, but the kids are out there in the bounce house carrying on and whatever. So maybe I'll get out there tomorrow and do a little video of that and walk down to the pond. And the pond's all grown up. It's overgrown. It's got to be cleaned out really bad. That's just stuff that happens, over a course of a season. So hasn't been stocked in a while, but there's still fish down in there. So I don't know. Maybe we'll go down and feed the fish with slingshots if I can find where my daughter hid the slingshots that I made for the little guys. I wanted to try to get that done. Today it was just too windy and cold. So tomorrow it's supposed to be a little bit nicer. We'll see what we can do. But then they're supposed to be home late tomorrow evening. So hopefully they are. I'll be home tomorrow night, or at least early Monday morning to sleep in my own bed and get up and start the week off. But we've only got a 3-day week. The kids are only in school 3 days. Excuse me. And then we have Thanksgiving. So, I'm thinking, I mean, it really depends. I may try to do a get out and got a burp right there. It doesn't want to do anything. Maybe I'll get out and do a, go boondock or parking lot camp or something to that effect. Just to get out and get in the van again. The van's a mess. Oh man. It's hauling the kids around, and it still hasn't been reorganized from my son taking it all apart to fix the motor. Yeah, it's just, if I get out there for an evening, I might get a little bit of work done inside of it, just puttering around or whatever. Maybe I can do a video inside. But again, it's one of them type things like, I've got a strange sleep schedule. I don't go to bed till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So, I can get out to, what am I trying to say? And then I sleep until like noon, so, I'm not really overnighting in a parking lot. Or there's a couple of little spots that I would like to try out. One is over here. That might be nice. I'll give that a try. But maybe. I've said this before, and then things don't quite work out that way. But yeah, I just need to figure out where I put all my blankets. I won't go with the full-on mattress or whatever. Just throw down some mattress pads, and then I've got, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 thick comforters, a couple king size, a couple queens. So, they make a nice thick padding. It's like sleeping on a cloud. I almost prefer sleeping on that than I do on the mattress I have at the house. But speaking of mattresses, the one that I've got here, oh my goodness. I think it's coming to me in December. I'm not sure. My dad's supposed to be coming down like the beginning, the first week, the end of the first week of December, whatever, like the 5th through the 10th or the 5th through the 13th. I forget what he said. But he'll be flying down. He'll be staying between here and my other daughter's house. But then after that, I'll probably be getting that mattress because they don't have any place to put it. It's been basically taking up space waiting for me to spend the week here, and then knowing that, Grandpa's coming next month. So, yeah, it's a nice mattress, so it really is. I'll have to get rid of the one that I have. I mean, I've already got one queen size mattress with 12 inches cut off of one end of it, taking up space in my living room. I can't put another one. It's only 7 months old, 8 months old. I forget when I got it. The last stimulus check that we had come through, so whenever that was, is when I went ahead and got that mattress, got the one that I have now, and then decided, instead of throwing the one that I was using away, to convert it to the van. Problem is, neither of them are all that great. They're nice, but they're not great. And it'd be really nice if you were, half my size. I'm 290, 200, 300 pounds. So, if somebody that's 150, 160, 180 pounds, it might be a lot different. But even with the memory foam, You know, it just it has a memory, all right. It's hey, well, this is where you were, you know. So, um, but yeah, this one doesn't really do that. So we'll see. We'll see. Still don't know what's going to happen here come um, the end of the school year, and you know, whether I'm going to be staying in that place or not. I won't be able to afford it if I'm not hauling the kids. So, yeah. A few other things out there. There's a few little projects in the making. I've got a sling bow stuff that I'm working on. I'm on like the third rendition of it. I don't like the way it turned out, but I'm still having problems with. I don't have the strength in my hand to pull the bands, so there's that. I have to figure out a different way. Maybe get a trigger release. But that's one. And I have the cups that will take one of my original pictures. Well, it won't be an original. It will be a printer type print of them. Maybe I'll give like 2 or 3 choices of photos, and you know what's going to come out or whatever. So I've only got, I think I ordered 8 of them. I think, but we'll see. So it'll be limited to begin with, and see how they sell, and maybe go on Etsy with them. I don't know. I was watching. I can't think of her name. Yeah. Anyway, I think she's out. She's somewhere out there by Kenosha. Um, but Rhina, you know, she's got really Rinoea. I don't know, ultimate world or something. But anyway, not to. I mean, she's very creative. She's very intelligent. I've watched her. I've been watching her channel for quite a while, but I'm terrible with names. You all know that if you've followed me for any amount of time. But anyway, I popped on her video earlier today, and she's selling these mallets that she's making out of cottonwood, and you know, she's talking about, like, you know, this mallet should only cost, like, you know, $1 or maybe $3 at the most, and you know, I think she wants $10 plus shipping or something. It's a big old chunk of wood. You know, and then she turns the handles down. And I think it's well worth the price that she's asking. Not that I need anything that big. And you know, she's talking about, like, her prototype took her 2 or 3 days to make, and I'm like, seriously? I needed a persuader. I was working on the roll-up door on my van, my cube van, and I needed a persuader, and I didn't have a big hammer, so I went and I cut a chunk of landscape timber. I don't know, about that long, 6 or 8 inches, and then found an old shovel handle and cut that off, and drilled a hole through the landscape timber, and put that handle piece inside there, and tapped it down with a little spreader and a little bit of glue, and it did the job. And it did the job for. I've still got it. It's got to be. I don't know. It's got to be 8 or 9 years old, 10 years old. It got used all around the haunt for driving stakes in the ground. It got used, you know, with the end of it like a regular hammer. It got used with the side. It's just a piece of junk pine timber. You know, so you start hitting a pipe with it, and the pipe starts going into the end of it, and it's all ripped up and jagged, but it still acts as a persuader. You know, it would persuade a zombie to leave me alone. I can guarantee that. But, so yeah, she's like, it took her 3 days. And I guess I can understand that. She wasn't looking for something quick and easy. She's got, a nice turned handle. And actually, I think the first one was a hand carved. But, it's just... So anyway, off the topic, imagine that, art and creativity stuff just doesn't, I don't know. People will pay good money for things. I know that. I just don't always feel like it's, my work is worth a fortune. So, I mean, I'm often surprised by what I can actually get from my paintings. And yet I'll tell people like my daughter-in-law that, she doesn't charge enough for her creations. So, I don't know. Like I said, we'll have to see. And it's all kind of, future stuff, what's going to happen. I do have the cups. So, I've got all that. Now I have to dig out. I've got a big notebook full of drawings that I can choose from. Somewhere I've got a bunch of little drawings on like index cards, the spiral bound index cards. I've got 3 or 4 of them with little drawings on them. Little doodles, because that used to be my thing. Whenever I was, I had a little bit of time to spend. I had the little books and a whole pile of pens and pencils, and I would get down and start drawing. But I mean, lately my hands are just, they don't. I can't draw a straight line to save my life, even with a ruler. So, but anyway, it is what it is. I'll get those taken care of. She's got a really nice scanner printer here, so I'll do that one day. Probably, maybe this week, maybe next week. We'll start getting it done. And then we have, we're off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again, and then we come up through, I think it's 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and we get off for winter break, Christmas through New Year's. So, all this holiday time coming up, all this turkey being eaten, ham, and somebody posted a picture on Facebook the other day. A turkey was a 16-pound turkey for $133 or something. It's like, oh my God. But come to find out, I mean, that's just one of the things you can't trust what people post. But, excuse me. It was one of them turkeys that are always high priced. It's, organically raised and, humanely butchered and blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Just give me a turkey. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. I haven't priced turkeys though. But we'll see. I mean, it is what it is. I don't even like buying a whole turkey anyway. I'll eat the breast. So, somebody else posted a thing. This wasn't on Facebook. I think this was a YouTube short, and they were showing a big old slab of. I think it was a slab of ribs. I don't know. It could have been like a big old side, but it couldn't have been a side of beef for that kind of price. But again, it was $150 some odd dollars, and they were screaming like, "You got to be kidding me!" Down the bottom it says, they warned us a year ago. They did. They did say prices were going to be going up. Didn't think they were going to be going up that much. Big old slab of ribs used to run, what, $30 or $40? So now it's tripled that. Oh my goodness. It's some scary times. It makes you really think, you know. So I've been stocking up on dehydrated stuff. You can't find, uh, or it's hard to find dehydrated beef right now. Even the sausage is hard to come across. Dehydrated pork, dehydrated pulled pork type stuff. The prices are going up, going up. So that's one reason why I was playing around with the TVP, the textured vegetable protein, and I've got some legumes and some other things to play around with as proteins. You know, okay, it won't replace meat for your taste buds, but you know the protein is what you need. So play around with it, and you can actually get that and stock it. So you know, might be time to think about it, people. 'Cause who knows what tomorrow's going to bring? Nobody. I mean, will I even be here? I don't know. I hope so. You know, I say all the time, we're not promised our next breath, and we're not. Um, you know, I've got a lot of health issues that could be. Well, let's not go there. I said something the other day to my daughter, to my youngest daughter. She was talking about next Halloween about me being out there, and I said something about, you know, I may not even be here. And she got this devastated look on her face. She said, "Daddy, don't talk like that." Well, I didn't realize what I had said. I didn't mean it the way she took it. I meant by, you know, next October, I may not be here, like in the location. I may be traveling. I may be, you know, out exploring in my van or you know, something. Because my living situation is up in the air. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen in the next 8, 10 months, next year, you know? So, I don't know. We're running 22, 23 minutes, so, I don't know if there's anything else to talk about at the moment. And you know me, I start babbling and get on one subject, and that's it. I'm going to go raid the refrigerator, see what all's in there. It looks like she's got some leftover au gratin casserole or something. It looks like potatoes and cheese and some sort of meat and whatever. So I'll go in, I'll raid that, and you know, add a little bit of my own seasoning or whatever, and you know, just chow down and have a good old time. So like I said, it's 12:30ish. Yeah, it's 10:01. So I think that's about to do it. So let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever you all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see you all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Sláinte, y'all.